Hi, my name is Bonnie. Well, you can probably tell that from my profile, so I'll take this off. And welcome back to One Line a Day, January 20th and 21st edition. I kept this journal where I wrote one line a day, every day of something I did on that day for 5 years straight. And then I've been coming on here every day and reading it aloud to you strangers on the internet in a lot of detail. We got 2 dates to cover, so let's jump in. January 20th, 2019. It looks like I slept in and got some laundry done, and then I met up with my roommate and we had brunch, and then we went shopping in Silver Lake. Again, I was living in Los Angeles at this time. And then it looks like we watched the R. Kelly doc that day, so kind of a downer. And then I tried out my new Swiffer vacuum. Exciting. January 20th, 2020, I met up with a friend to go to the Civil Rights Institute in Birmingham, Alabama. That's where I was living at that time, and it was Martin Luther King Day, so we wanted to go honor that. And it looks like we did that, got lunch, and I continued writing lady parts that night. January 20th, 2021, it looks like I went to the orthodontist in the morning to get new rubber bands. If you haven't heard, I had adult braces during this time, and even though I had Invisalign, I still had rubber bands with my Invisalign, so I had to go get like different tightness as we went on. It was awful. It looks like it was also the Biden inauguration day, and all I can remember was Bernie with the mittens and like the Bible that was the size of the Cheesecake Factory menu. January 20th, 2022, it looks like I woke up with a migraine and I was still like really bloated and had stomach pains. I think it was from COVID because I was having a lot of problems after that. But it looks like I still went into work and then I had therapy. January 20th, 2023, it looks like I also went into my office, and then after I went to Target. It looks like it was like a pretty slow day. We were doing like performance reviews. I think I had to write mine that day. And it looks like I passed out really quickly. So not much to report. January 20th, 2024, again, living in New York now, and I was trying to sleep in, and then I noticed like I have this nightlight I keep by the bathroom because, you know, I have to pee every night at like 4 a.m. And I noticed it like start flickering. So I first got like really scared, and then I realized, oh wait, the power's out in my entire building, and that includes the internet. I did what anyone would do. It's like when your check engine light comes on, you like turn the music up louder. Like I just went right back to bed, and I was like, this will be resolved in no time. And because my place had no power, no internet, I was like, well, this is my excuse to go out and take myself to a fancy little brunch and get a fancy little coffee and read my smutty little novel. And that part of it was wonderful. When I realized the sun was about to go down, I left for my friend's apartment. We were going to hang out anyway. It's just I left sooner than I was planning. And then we had a girl dinner that was out of this world, like truly amazing. And then we watched the Pirates of the Caribbean. So yo-ho. Also, can we talk about how stunning Keira Knightley is? Like, absolutely stunning. Anyway, I like take a lift back to my place, and like it looks like the power's on, but there was like a guy outside still working. So I asked him and I said, hey, what's the situation? He goes, oh, it might turn on and off, but it'll be like so small you probably won't even notice that the power's off. And I was like, great, I'm about to go shower and go to bed. So like, thank you for letting me know. Then it was like my worst fear comes true. I go in the shower, and it was supposed to be like a little like on and off. Like, no. It was off for like a full minute, and I was like just like in the shower, shampoo and everything, and it took everything in me not to scream and cry until it came back on. Like, terrifying. Like, I live in a pre-war building. It was pitch black in here. Anyway, moving on to January 21st. January 21st, 2019, it looks like I went to a coffee shop near my place in LA at that time to get some writing done. And then me and my roommate went to go see On the Basis of Sex, which was the Ruth Bader Ginsburg movie that came out. And then it looks like I actually, Florida Boy had a gig in Hermosa, and I was being such a nice girlfriend that I drove down to go stay in the hotel room with him that night. And then he had diarrhea. So it was like not a lovely evening at all. And like, I did not need to go down there to sleep for one night. And then it looks like I just like turned on Parks and Rec. January 21st, 2020, it looks like we went into work. We were shooting like a Valentine's Day themed sketches and did some brainstorming. I wrote down that we got free pizza this day. You know, what motivates me more? It's not raises and promotions, it's free pizza. And then it looks like I just kind of went home and was watching TV that day. January 21st, 2021, it looks like, I started making these late night on TikToks where I would tell like late night style jokes. I'll probably bring that back eventually. I was taking like a class like at night for that, and it was like fun to practice jokes on here. So I'll probably do that again at some point. But it looks like I was also like editing something for work. Again, I was in Birmingham. And then it looks like Yeah, I just watched more Avatar: The Last Airbender. January 21st, 2022, I went into the office, and I remember being really sad because usually we get like pizza on Fridays, and it was like really good pizza because we're in New York, and I couldn't like have like dairy and stuff still because I was trying to like settle out my stomach, so I had to order some like healthy bowl, and I just remember being like, so depressed watching everyone eat their pizza that day. But it looks like we also had a lot going on at work, and then we went out in Brooklyn with some work people. January 21st, 2023, I cleaned my bathroom this day, but it looks like I also went over to my friend Taylor's and we did a Top Gun marathon, and we got like a little like girl dinner snack plate kind of thing. And then I went over to hang with a bunch of people I watch Eagles games with in Brooklyn. And the Eagles beat the Giants in the first playoff game well, we all know it didn't end well at the end, but exciting for that day. Again, you're going to hear buzzing and footsteps. I live in a pre-war building in New York. It is what it is. January 21st, 2024. Again, living in New York. I had power this morning and internet. It was fantastic. And then I made my way downtown to go to an event hosted by Tight-Lipped. If you don't know what that is, you can look them up. They're basically a grassroots organization helping people with vulvovaginal pains and pelvic pains, such as myself. You can't tell from the beginning of the story, and if I go even further back, when I first was dealing with all this stuff, like there were no resources, there wasn't anybody on the internet talking about this, and it's still really hard to find like correct information today, and even just to get like a diagnosis. So basically, like, obviously I made a whole feature film about this and I'm like super passionate about it. And when I found out there's like a group trying to make like real changes in like education and everything like that, I got so excited. And they had a community meetup today, and it was the first time I got to be in a room with that many people who were like talking about this stuff openly and like wanting to create changes. And it was just such like a beautiful, beautiful thing. Like my 25-year-old self, even like maybe like 26, 27, would not believe what just happened today. And like, even though my power's out and now I gotta go throw out like everything in my fridge and like go figure that shit out, I'm riding on such a high from what just happened, and fuck it, I don't even care anymore. Basically, moral of the story, if your power goes out, go buy yourself brunch. You deserve it. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow.